can't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Our task is complete.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. We must not let down our guard.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. You truly are formidable, Arisen.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of vermin. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders. They are not dealt with lightly. Let's hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you will not invite my mistrust on our way.
Blocks our way. Perhaps it must be good by force.
I can attack, if need be. I would gladly be evaded. One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use. wonder that this would be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. One can see far to the distance from here.
It would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Right you are.
As a matter of fact, every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Each to their own.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Let me get that. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find purpose for it in due time. At once, Master.
Just about anywhere. Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
Keep on them, Arisen, and I'll strike them down.
We are at our best when we combine our strength.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! Might await us on the road ahead.
Magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. Well spotted. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
What's this? We're trapped. Why? A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Hey! Be on your guard!
This time we made contact. To inform you of your birth.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Goblins!
We are under attack! It was excellent. I could have done no better. Think nothing of it.
Well said.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Always a pleasure.
This boat's ill.
Off to market I go. Hmm? Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have that girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other. For all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
That looks promising.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We shall have to scour high and low.
At your leisure. Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
Shall we get some rest then?
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
That's a good piece of gear. Shall we put it to the proof?
It's certain. Certainly bears inspection.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Well met, sir. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
Much obliged. I fear I've no wisdom to offer. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This really is fine craftsmanship.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
I've brought you a gift. Will you...
All this walking's made my legs ache.
Well met, sir. I find any turncoats.
There'll be a few heavy curses out today.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Peruse at your neck. Take that from you.
This old man's time.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Harve Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
By combining our strengths, we shall overcome this trial as all others.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
No shortage of these.
I'll go and open the chest. It's a magnificent bridge. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Most impressive, Master. Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
That was certainly worthwhile. Well done.
Lord Belfort beats the weak is up.
I shall finish this for the arisen.
Autocracy. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
At last, it all comes clear. The arisen has been drenched. It seems we have enraged our foe. I do not use their rage to our advantage.
Understood.
First and foremost, we'll want to knock it off balance. It will prove a much easier target than light foe.
This battle demands all our strength. We must stand together if we are to see victory.
Arisen! Are you alright? That was incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
Truly? I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested? cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on the guard.
Of course. Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say we forge on together for as long as we may.
Give us a hand. Right, lend us your aid.
We're in your debt.
Scatter the goblin!
Get a load of that! Our task is complete.
Well said.
You've a strong arm. The goblins are well routed. You have my thanks. 'Twas a simple patrol mission till we walked into their ambush. Those cursed things caught us entirely unawares. I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along. I pray you'll let me repay the favour if e'er there's a chance.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar. I feared we might never escape that place.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
You have my support.
We cannot break it from this side.
True enough. Beast's agility makes them a tricky opponent. Try not to let them get the upper hand. We ought to proceed with caution.
This one's shaking.
Focus your strength, Arisen!
So close a call offers no solace in victory.
What fails to destroy you truly are formidable, Arisen.
I'll go and open the chest.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Would anyone care to push?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? It is a narrow crossing, but no matter. We need only put one foot in front of the other.
Proceed with caution, keeping an eye on either side.
Right you are.
Careful, Master! We know not what to expect from this enemy! Careful, Master! We know not what to expect from this enemy! Pray, be cautious! This foe hath an alarming fondness for those it perceives as weak.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemies predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter. Fortune favors us, 'twould seem.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Right you are.
Here's a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
Oh! You've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
It is in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
Violin.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn lizard. This where I'm to draw my last. Consarn it!
Seems to me we'll find some rare materials here.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
I'll go and open the chest.
Pious fury shan't be of aid against this foe. should be amused. Tis done.
You're not one of ours. Forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own accord just now. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
Of course, Master. I shall look after it for you. You need only search my pack when you wish to reclaim it. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times have I made a confident step soak my boots.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
Oh, well spotted. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well, I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the Captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest.
To doubt my words is folly, for everyone I speak is true.
It was a surprise to find someone living out here. And an old man at that. I wonder what so impels him to set out to sea.
Curious, isn't it?
Perhaps we will understand more in time.
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. I used to call this place home, you see, in times more peaceful. You're the Arisen, are you? Well, that's something. We were hoping to reclaim our village, but it doesn't seem we'll have much luck. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past, thinking we'd return once the baleful thing was gone. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a bask of Saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to send soldiers all the way out here. Ah, but mayhap they needn't at all. You are the Arisen, aye? Could we trouble you to aid us in our hour of need? Please, sir, do something, anything about the Saurians infesting our village.
Saurians are bound, Master. Be on your guard.
Careful now.
There, Master! Saurians!
Fire's fury shan't be evaded against this foe. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait for it.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Is the deed done, good Arisen? Oh, thank you, thank you! We shall all be able to return to our homes at last. I can hardly wait to bring these tidings to the other villagers. I dare say we'll have this place livable again ere long. I cannot thank you enough. Long will you be known as a friend to our village. If you happen to pass by, do come visit us, won't you? I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
With this, the peril has passed. Still, perhaps we would...
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by yourself. 'Tis a pity we must part after sharing such a journey. I shall cherish my memories of our time together. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charms.
At least I go knowing I fought to the best of my ability.
Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
At last, we shall all be able to return to our homes. I can hardly wait to bring these tidings to the other villagers. I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake...
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead. No mercy!
Nicely done.
Come, follow my example.
Well said. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a moment.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Shall we make them rue their own impatience?
Battle cannot be avoided. It's fight or die.
By your leave.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Be sure to avoid open flame.
Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Thank you, sir. I've been meaning to thank you. Here.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Let us keep this place in mind for when night falls.
I'm all for swapping stories. But perhaps another night? I can scarce keep my eyes open.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack.
Arisen! Are you alright?
No one can defend themselves from trappers like this.
You're gonna regret that.
Those things can't always go my way. I gotta get to work.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Would be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
I quite agree.